up everyone, this is Martin from Gym Performance, and today's video is all about fat loss and nutrition. I'm sure you know the dilemma. You want to reduce your body weight, maybe shed some body fat around your belly, around the hips, but you also like to eat a lot. Now, this makes it a bit tricky, right? Because if you want to actually lose body fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. Luckily, there are some ways to make this entire fat loss journey much more pleasant and more enjoyable. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to lose body fat without being hungry. Diet hack number 1, a very obvious one. Avoid foods that are calorie dense and contain a lot of calories. And with that, I basically mean everything that is highly processed, that is fried, or basically any junk food out there. You want to replace it with whole foods that are unprocessed, such as vegetable and fruits and meat. And by doing that, you will find out that you can actually eat much more. Think about it. You're having a burger, maybe from McDonald's. This burger is 300 grams and contains 400 or even 500 calories. And then you eat 2 kilograms of broccoli, which maybe is not even 200 calories in total. So after the burger, you might feel sluggish. Your hunger will be back within hours. And on the other hand, if you have like 1 kilogram of broccoli, you will be so full that I promise you that you won't be hungry for the next few hours. You will be much more satisfied. And for this reason, you can actually eat much more of these foods in comparison to these processed junk foods. Here are some comparison. Here's junk food. Here is whole unprocessed foods. Junk food, whole unprocessed foods. You see the difference? So what I'm trying to say here, by focusing on these whole unprocessed foods, you end up eating way more, and at the same time you're eating less calories, which leads then to fat loss, obviously. Cool? Alright, diet hack number 2. Avoid sauces. Because they have a lot of sodium, most of the time a lot of calories. They are processed, so they fall into this category of processed foods. Consider this, you're having a super healthy meal. So you have some veggies, you have some protein, you have maybe some starchy carbohydrates, and the calories sum up to 400 calories. Now you think, oh, I need some more taste, let me take some sauce. You put it over like a creamy sauce, and out of a sudden you don't have any longer 400 calorie meal, but maybe 600 or 700. So you see, it's almost double the calories just by using a sauce. Now, what I personally do, because I like flavor too, I like sauces, I would use some calorie-free sauce, something like that. I use this one, it's a chocolate one. Here I have one with onion and garlic, depending on what I do. You can use those. I know these are not the healthiest option because they are artificial, right? But for me, I like the taste. I know they don't contain calories. A very famous brand is actually Walden Farms. It's unfortunately not accessible here in Brazil, but I would use these back in Switzerland. So instead of using the convenient normal sauces, use either no sauce, and if you want to use one, use the ones from Walden Farms that come without any calories. Alright? Diet hack number 3. follow a meal template or some kind of structure. Because if you don't have structure in your routine or in your daily life, what's going to happen is that you eat different times of the day, that you eat different amount of meals. Let's say on a Saturday you get up late, so you only have maybe a snack and then dinner. The next day you spread out 3 meals over the day, and then on Monday you follow your normal routine. You have maybe 3 meals and 2 snacks. What's going to happen is you're extremely inconsistent. So there's days where you have like a lot of calories, then way too little calories. And what I recommend you doing is simply following a meal template. This is what I do. I don't track calories anymore. What I do is I wrote down all the meals. So I have 3 meals, main meal throughout the day, then I have 2 or 3 snacks, and I know exactly what these are. I have different options for each of these meals and snacks. This is, by the way, also what I do for my clients. So none of my clients actually track. They don't need my fitness pal, and the results are fantastic. Yeah, you need a structure. You need a structure exactly like you do in the gym. You cannot just go in the gym, do whatever you want. It's the same like I start my day and I don't know what breakfast is going to be. Let's see in the fridge what's available, just cook something. It doesn't work like that. If you want to take it seriously, you need to have structure. And again, you don't need to track macros, you don't need to track calories, but follow some kind of structure, some kind of routine, and be consistent with that. Alright? Tip number 4. This is straightforward. Simply avoid any beverages, any drinks that contain calories. If you're at this point where you still drink like 3 or 4 cans of Coke a day, and you're telling me, Martin, one can has only 140 calories, why can I not drink that? Then you're right, it's only 140 calories. That might be true, but if you have now 3 or 4 throughout the day, that sums up to more than 400 calories, which equals an entire meal. And we all know how not filling is the word. Anyway, you drink a Coke and you still feel hungry, you might still feel thirsty, they not fill you up. On the other hand, if you have 400 calories in form of food, of a meal, then you should feel satisfied and full. This, by the way, goes not only for Coke, but also for smoothies or any kind of diet shakes. I would just cut them out entirely out of your diet. Instead, get your calories from whole foods. And if you really want something sweet to drink, there's plenty of 0-calorie options available, whether it's Coke Zero, Fanta Zero, Dr. Pepper, whatever is available. Use these that don't contain any calories. Alright? Tip number 5. Don't eat after 8 p.m. Now, this has nothing to do with this rule that I read many times on the internet, like if you have any carbs after 6 or 7 or a certain time of the day, it's all going to be stored as fat. No, not the case. This is a myth, by the way. But you and me, we both know nothing good is going to happen after 8 p.m. Okay, there's actually one exception. Something very good that can happen. Hint, it's in the bedroom. But other than that, let's say you're watching TV, you're binge watching Netflix, any series, whatever. This is usually the time where you snack unhealthy foods, whether it's ice cream, whether it's popcorn. Now the thing is, if you follow a good diet and you have like a healthy breakfast, like a snack, then lunch, again snack and dinner, and you know you're on a calorie deficit and you're proud about yourself, that's great. But now don't ruin it, because if you now have like a meal later the night, let's say at 10 p.m. because you feel like tired or just need something sweet and you're having this ice cream, this will put you out of the calorie deficit and it stalls your fat loss. This is not the secret. What actually can happen is, until this point, you would lose body fat, you are in a calorie deficit, now you're having this meal or these snacks at 9 or 10 p.m. and you end up being in a calorie surplus, meaning the calories will be stored in your body as fat. So no more fat loss occurs. Simple as that. So my tip, don't eat after 8 p.m. Brush your teeth at 8 p.m. and then it's done. You know the next meal is going to be the next day. You don't need any calories later. Alright, I hope you learned something in this video. I hope you get one or another good tip that you can implement in your life and that will help you to lose body fat. Let me know in the comment section which of these tips do you find most helpful or really implement in your life. I'm curious to know. And with that being said, that's it for today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you're still with me at this point. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, more videos to come. And then until next time.